Glenda Mollett here. Welcome to my craft room. It's Wednesday night, and that means fun fold night. Just let me get things going over here on Facebook. There we go. Go live, it says. Okay, I will. Come on. Starting. Let's go. Yay! Says I'm live. Let's see. So tonight I have a retro fun fold for you. And it's using a fun fold that I don't think I've done yet. Okay, I still can't see tonight's live on Facebook. Oops. Drop ma Wika Stella. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now put this one over top of that one so I can watch. Hello, Alice, Connie, Mary. How is everybody tonight? Welcome to my craft room. It's going to be a fun night. I have a fun fold. It's using the Sunrise Sailing Bundle, which is gone. The dies are gone. The stamp set is still available, but the dies in the embossing folder are gone. But I'm sure if you enjoyed it as much as I did, you've still got it in your craft room. So I thought I'm going to make a fun fold. Now I don't think I've done this fun fold before, so that's going to be fun. And my product shares are open for registration until the 1st of January. 64 pieces, 12 by 6 of designer series paper. Some from mini catalogs, some from online exclusives. Half a package of 7 different embellishments for $60. And if you buy this one or this one, then you're going to get half a package of the beautifully adorned ephemera. If you buy them both, you save $5, so it's $125 instead of $130, and you'll get a full package of the ephemera, a full package. Now, I showed this last night. There's 3 different sheets, and you get 2 of each sheet. Now, you'll see holes in them because I've been using mine. And they're on vellum, so they're gold printed on vellum, and they're quite thick. And so that's open until the 1st of January. Now, do you remember? Oh, there's the card we're making. Look at this. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Lots of cutting in this one. Do you remember? Hi, Norma. Okay, let's see. Are they coming over? Are the comments coming over from Facebook? That's the first step. Do you remember about a month or so ago, I completely lost a sentiment. I had put dimensionals on it. I had absolutely no idea where it was. Guess what I found 2 days ago? No, it was underneath this, but it was underneath this part where I don't stamp. So I didn't even notice that it was under there until I had to search for something. And there it was sitting there. And my comments are not coming over from Facebook. Oh my Lord. It's not one thing, it's the other. But hey, I have a sentiment that I probably won't have to use now. Some days, some days. If you hang out till the end, I'm going to show you some Christmas cards that I received in the mail this week. I will be using Night of Navy and a Wink of Stella. The Sunrise Sailing Bundle. Okay, now who has this bundle? Who got the stamp set, the dies, and the hybrid embossing folder? So this is hybrid because you can put this die inside here. Wait, it goes on this side. You can put this die inside there. It goes down in the trough. And when you run this through, you die cut out an embossed sun sailboat. Mary says, nope. Alice says, I do, but I don't think I've used it yet. Well, tonight I'm going to show you a real fun way to use it. So we're going to be using that. And I'm going to finish it off with opal rounds because these have Night of Navy in them. Now, today I made a card. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the card? I used Product of the Month, the new designer paper. And I needed Night of Navy embellishments. I went into the Stampin' Up website and in the search engine, I put in there Night of Navy embellishments. And this is the one that brought up. I didn't have to search my whole shelf full of embellishments. I tell you, it was fabulous. Fabulous. Let me get that card out and I will put it on my to share with you before we go away pile. Okay, put those over there. It's a fun fold. And I'm going to make it for you on I think the 29th of December when I come back. Okay, so this one, it is a full card. And the front is up on all these little boxes. Do you see those little boxes? And it folds down and fits inside a regular envelope. And I'm going to show you how to make it. So first of all, I need to get my paper trimmer out and ready because I don't think did I share the recipe for this because it is quite long. So there, if you want to take a screenshot of it, I'll hold it there for just a minute. Because you cut it out at 4 1/8 by 5 5/8, the basic white, and then you cut it down to all of these strips, and you have to cut them down so that not only do they fit widthwise, but they fit lengthwise, and they have the embossed image all lined up in the background. I know. It's going to be fun. It's going to take me more than a half an hour to make this card. Are we ready to go? So you build this in two cards because I decided to put a full card on the back of it. If you don't want to, then you don't need the Night of Navy 8.5 by 5.5 piece. You can just put a 5 1/4 by 4-inch piece of basic white on the back of this when you build the front part. But I like mine on cards, so I have those pieces. Then I have a piece that is 4 1/8 by 5 5/8. This is the one that's going to become all of these strips. I have an E on there, so I remember that I have to emboss that. And then we're going to die cut a couple of boats and a couple of sails. And then I have a 3/8 inch piece of basic white for the sentiment. Okay, so for the front part, you need Night of Navy that is 8 by 4 1/4. Hi, Patricia. Oh, thanks for watching the replay. And don't forget, if you enjoy my video, hit those emojis. So it's 8 inches by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 1 1/4 and 2.5. And that's what becomes the front part. So the first one is like a Z fold. So we have, it folds this way and then it folds back this way. So let's get that one ready to go. So how was everybody's day? Did you have a good day? Did you get stuff done? I got my card made. I made Rice Krispie treats for when the kids get here. We went and watched James at curling, and we went and watched Cameron at swimming. Yay! Got to see both kids. Okay, now 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 this way. Scored at 1, 2 1/4, and 3 1/4. That's not scored right. I thought so. I scored it at 3.5 instead of 3.25. So I'm just going to rescore that one. Just that. 3.25. Oops, don't cut it, Mullet. Just score it. There. That's going to be hidden anyway, so it's not going to matter. So 3.25 by 3.25, scored at 1, 2.25, and 3.25. And then the next piece is 3.25 by 3.25, and it is scored at 3/4, 2, and 2.75. So it has 1/2 inch on the edge, just like this one does, that I had to redo. And then we have one more that is 2.25 by 2.25, scored at 1/2, 1.75, and 2.25. And then 2.5 by 2.25 by 2.25, scored at 1/4, 1.5, and 1.75. So when you're building these, they should all have the 1/2 inch scoring on the right hand side, because that's the part that's going to tuck in underneath there, and the other part is different sizes because they're attaching to different widths of pop-up. So that's the Night of Navy. Then we have the white. This one. I'm going to turn it over so the E's on the back. Alice tried to fix a kitchen table leg, but the new feet didn't fit. Oh no. Well, at least you didn't chop something off and end up with like 2-foot feet or something. That would have been really weird. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to emboss it. Right. I just want to make sure it's straight in there. I'm going to emboss that whole piece, because you take the whole piece and then you cut it down. Okay, so I'm going to run this through my machine. And if I wanted to cut out that embossed sailboat, then I would have put the die in there, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so now we have our embossed piece that is whole. Oops, avalanche. Okay, so now we have our embossed piece that's whole. And you can see, look at that. Isn't that amazing? I so loved this when it was active, current, and I am not getting rid of this bundle. Just saying. Now, we're going to cut this in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run a line across the top on the back, so I know which way is up before I even start, because you have to match the pattern up so you can get it cohesive across the front of your card. Have you with me so far? Is this making sense? Okay, so we're going to take this one and we're going to cut it to 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. So we're going to cut 5 strips that are 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. So 1 1/8. Get rid of the embossing. 1 1/8. And 1 1/8. And 1 1/8. And 1 1/8. And that's my 5 pieces. Well, why isn't that one 1 1/8? Uh-oh. That one's too wide. That's 1 1/8. I did it 1 1/4, 1 1/8. 1 1/8. I did this one at 1 1/4 instead of 1 1/8. Shoot. Okay, we're going to have to remanufacture this. See if we can make it work. 1 1/8, and then this one is going to attach to this one. I'm going to get some Scotch tape because we're going to fake it. Fake it till you make it. Oh, Mary says it's making sense to her. I wish I had done it right. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up here like this. Oops. Come on. It's slippery. Oh, let go. Don't tell anybody I'm doing this, okay? I will fix this afterwards, but I don't want to fix it right now because I'm going to have to redo a whole piece and line it all up. So we're just pretending, right? Okay, there we are. 1 1/8. Of course, it ends up being not lined up properly. Good gosh. I want this to be as perfect as imperfect can be. What do they call that fruit that they've got out now? Perfect imperfections or something? That's what this card is going to be. Perfect imperfection. There we go. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to number these. Number 1. Number 1, you leave the way it is. This is number 2. And number 3. And number 4. And this is the crazy number 5. This is going to drive me insane. I can't do this. I can't. I need some. It's not going to be long enough. This, hell, 4 1/8. I 1 1/8. Okay. I am going to redo this. Okay, this is where's number 5? 4. Okay, number 4 is going to fit in here like this. You're going to see how to fix this. Number 4 is going to fit in the embossing folder like that. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it right there. Uh-oh. Except that's not exactly where it's supposed to be. No, that's not the right one. I threw it so far, I couldn't find it. Okay. This is going to go like this. It's going to hold that in place like that. And then I'm going to take this one and we're going to line that up there like this. And then I'm going to take this off. Then I'm going to use this. And we're going to see if I can make this work. So, note to self. Pay attention when you're cutting. Or, second note to self, be a MacGyver and try to figure things out. Okay, let's see if this worked out. Save that for next time. Let's see, is this going to fit on top of each other? Yeah. Look at that. Woohoo! Okay, let's get rid of that fixie one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Perfect. No. Alice says if it doesn't work, could you put the sentiment on the blue panel? No. You could. I'm not going to. Okay, so number 1, you leave the size it is. So this one is going to be 4 1/8 by 1 1/8. Number 2, we're going to cut down. Number 2, we're going to cut down to 1 1/8 by 3 5/8. And to do this, you're going to cut off 1/4 inch from each side. And what you need to cut off from both sides so that you keep this in the center, because that's where the pattern is. Now, if you wanted to make these so that you line them all up here at the bottom, you wouldn't have to worry about cutting off on both sides, but I want it to be centered. So I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off of the top side and 1/4 inch off of the bottom side. So now we have, this one is 1 1/8 by 3 5/8. That's number 2. Then we have number 3, and we're going to cut this down to 1 1/8 by 3 1/8. So to do that, we're going to cut 1/2 inch from each end. Now, it does make sense when you remember that the pieces you cut, the widths, when you emboss them, got narrower and narrower. So there's number 3. Now, number 4 is 1 1/8 by 2 5/8, and I'm going to cut 3/4 inch off of each end. And then flip it, cut 3/4 inch off that end. And now the one we redid, this is going to be, this is number 5, and I didn't write on it, the new one. Number 5 is 1 1/8 by 2 1/8, and I'm going to cut 1 inch off of each side. So 1 inch off of that side, and 1 inch off of that side. And now we have all of our pieces cut. And it's really not, it's not that hard to do because somebody has already done all of this measuring for you. So there we have our gradually decreasing sized pieces of cardstock that are going to go on our gradually decreasing boxes. Okay, so we'll pick these all up, keep them in order. Now we have to fold. So this is number 1, or sorry, this is number 5. And you fold them into kind of like tubes. And remember that the 1/2 inch side is always on the right when we go to put it together. And you know me, in my fun folds, I always like to fold them over a couple of times just so they lay nice and flat for us. Okay, so that's number, oops, just ruined that cardstock. That's number 5, and it's going to go this way. And this is number 4. So tell me what you were up to today. I know Alice tried to fix her kitchen table. Anybody get to be creative today? Were you baking, getting ready for Christmas? What were you up to? I have my Rice Krispie treats done. So the only thing I have left to do is I want to make some of those peanut butter marshmallow squares, you know, that have the peanut butter, the marshmallows, and the butterscotch chips in them. I didn't realize that you have to freeze the marshmallows. I was not aware of that. So I couldn't make them today because I had to freeze the marshmallows. So that's I'll do tomorrow. And then clean the house. Then I have a class on 2 classes on Friday. And then Saturday I dismantle my craft room for a week. We'll see how that goes. I might have to set my computer up in my my bedroom. Okay, there we go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because number 1 is on the card, right? Okay, so now remember to keep your 1/2 inch spots on the right-hand side. We're going to start with number 1. Ah, stuck fingers. That's going to go on here. Okay, I'm straight challenged tonight. That's not a good thing. I knew last night was an anomaly when I cut everything straight the first time. Okay, so there's your first one. Now we're going to take the next one, and this is going to sit like this on our card. So we're going to put the next section right here. And because they gradually get shorter and shorter, you don't have to worry about lining them up at the bottom. So you can put them together before you put them on your card, which makes life so much easier. Okay, so there's number 2. 1/2 inch is on the right-hand side. Put number 3. You didn't notice that it was crooked? Oh, I did. Number 3, and now number 4. So once you get all that cutting done, it's really easy to assemble this card. And you just have to pray a little as you are putting it together that things line up properly. 1/2 inch is on the side, and then there's a 1/4 inch. And the 1/4 inch is what this sits on here on your card like that, and then that attaches to that like that. So that's how they all go together. There we go. Okay, now we got all of our pieces. Now we're going to take our front. I feel like I'm doing that card game, you know, where they have the 3 cards and they do this with it. Okay, so this is going to attach to this, and then you put adhesive on that, and you just turn it under. So then when you close it, it closes, or when you fold it, it folds like that. So I'm going to put adhesive here. Then I'm going to center it right up against that fold. But you don't want it to be right on the fold. So there's lots of room because this, let's see, this is 1.25 inches wide, and this is only 1 inch wide. So you don't have to go right up against there. And you don't want it to be stepped down a little bit like that. Marie, I made it. Anyone want any of the 3 feet of snow I have? We're getting more as I write this. Please, someone take some. I've shoveled enough. Oh, Marie, send it to me. I would love some snow. Okay, now we're going to put adhesive on the 1/2 inch side, like this. And then you just tuck that under like that. And while you've got the card out nice and flat, you put that on there like that. And then when it closes, you see? Woohoo! I need my sanding block because I see where there's a little bit of, oh, look, there's a butterfly on there. Or I mean a bee on there. There's a little bit of flagging on there. I guess my blade needs trimming. There we go. Okay, so there's number 2 on there. Now I'm going to take number 3. The 1/2 inch side is on the right. We're going to do exactly the same thing. And these are getting narrower and narrower on this side. So you're going to flip it over and put it right there, center up and down, and just offset it just a little bit. And I'll lift it up here in a sec so you can see. Can you see there how I've got it offset a little bit? And then put adhesive on the 1/2 inch piece. Lay it down flat, fold that over, and attach that like that. And there you go. Now we've got, okay, why are you not laying flat? Something's gone wrong. What part is not laying flat? That one. There we go. Okay. That's on there. Now we'll take the next one. This one has a 1/2 inch on either side, so it doesn't matter which. Well, it does matter because you need to have a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch. Now, this is going to attach on here like this. Flip this over, put adhesive on this 1/2 inch. Flip that over, lay it down. Oh yeah, let's do it the wrong way. This way, and then lay it down. There. See how that pattern is lining up all the way across there? Now this one, you have to be really careful because this is only 1/4 inch on this side. So just going to use my silicone mat. And we're going to attach that part to this part. Whoops, it's crooked. There we are. Now we're going to put adhesive on the 1/2 inch part. Tuck that underneath like that. Lay the card down flat. And there we go. You can't even tell I messed up that last piece. Woohoo! There's your pop-up block card. What do you think? Yes? No? Fun? Get it away from me. I don't ever want to see it again. So that's our front. And then I'm going to put it onto the card base, but we're going to do our decorations and the rest of the stamping first. Okay, so there's our card base. I will put that on in a minute. There's the sentiment. Alice likes it and definitely going to make it. Marie says neat, she will try it. Okay, so now we're going to cut out. Hi, Lena. Hello, Diana. Diana says she's going to do it too. Okay, so we need the sails and the sailboats, both of them, and the, what are these things called? Seagulls. Seagulls. Oh, do you remember last night I put Wink Estella on those embellishments? It did not stay. By the time the embellishments dried, there was no Winky on there anymore. So that was a sad experiment that didn't work. Trying to get these on here without overlapping the, there, do it this way. There we go. Get this and just hold them in place. There we go. So we're going to cut these two out. Mary likes it. Artfully scrappin' Sandra V. I will think about that for a near year crafting day. Absolutely. Because, you know, it's on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it anytime. And on my Facebook, it will be in Friday recap, and it will be there forever. I know Facebook likes to delete our videos, but I have them fooled because I put links. Oh, you know what? Facebook Pages is changing again, and they are going to limit the number of posts per page that have links in them. So I might not be able to have it on my Facebook page anymore. That sucks, Ditchwater. You're only going to be able to have 2 a month with links outside of Facebook. So maybe I can put it in my VIP group and then put a link in my Facebook page to the one in VIP group. Just means you're going to have to belong to my VIP group in order to watch the replay on Facebook. Yeah, let's make it really difficult for everybody to enjoy making a card, right? I know, Sandra, they can't leave a good thing alone. It annoys me, but we have no say in the matter. Thanks. Thanks, Norma. Norma says the card is impressive. Okay, so I need to put glue on the back of these, also known as sails, and on the back of the birds. The back of the birds. There. Okay. Maybe I'll put the glue on this, because then I don't have to figure out which side of the sail to put it on. Because it goes right over top of this whole thing. There we go. Now get some glue on the birds. 1, 2. There we go. Now we can let that dry while we stamp the inside in the envelope. And this one just flipped over. Don't flip over. Okay, okay. Aw, thanks for joining us, Sandra. That's wonderful. Where are you from? Tell us where you're from. Say hello, everybody. Say hello to Sandra. It's her first time being here. Okay, now I am going to stamp the sailboat. I love this sailboat. It's so big and so bold. And it stamps so nice. West Montana. Wow. That's awesome. If your watchers are on your newsletter, yes, if you're on my, you need to be on my newsletter list. Thank you to my newsletter editor, Alice. We also send out the links in our newsletter, and you can always find them in my YouTube channel. Okay, so that was one. Now we'll stamp the envelope. I don't know why Facebook comments are not coming across tonight. They're all scrolling, but that doesn't help me when they're not coming across. I lost my envelope. There it is. Oof. There we are. We are all stamped. Now we just have the sentiment. I could use this sentiment that I lost a month and a half ago and found yesterday. Yay, but I won't. I won't. Because I want mine to say best wishes. There it is. Thought I lost that for a second. Best wishes. So this could be for retirement. This could be somebody who's moving. This could be a birthday, anniversary, could be all sorts of things. This reason for this card. Okay. Let's bring the boats back in. We'll get them assembled. Right on top of there, like, oops. Come on. So are you guys ready for Christmas? Have you got all your stuff done? I just have to do grandchildren haircuts. Local grandchildren need haircuts. So I told them today, it's either tomorrow or Saturday. Don't leave it too much longer because it won't happen after that. Okay, now these go down flat. So I'm going to put adhesive on one side of this only because they hang over the edge. And then this one is on this edge. A little bit on there. There we go. Okay, now that's going to dry. While that dries, I'm going to put dimensional pieces on this after I cut it. After chippy chop. What is no for, Norma? Oh, these scissors need sharpening. I need to go out to the farmer's market on Saturday. There's a guy out there that sharpens knives and scissors, and I need to go and visit him. Okay, so now these are also only halfway on, so I only wanted dimensional pieces on there. So we'll cut that piece, and that will be there. And then this one. There. And I don't think I can put it on much more than that. No. Christmas. Oh, You're not, well, you had a vacation, so you're allowed to be a week behind. Oh, Sandra, are you going on a cruise for Christmas? I have two friends who left today. They got on their ship this morning. One is gone for 10 days, and one's gone for 21 days. And they're on the same ship, funnily enough. Okay. We have the big sailboat. Sandra says she's not done yet, definitely behind schedule. At least shopping is done as of tonight. Oh, good. Marie just did the wrapping of the gifts and made the last bunch of baking. We're leaving on Sunday to travel to Edmonton. Hopefully the roads are better than today. We had a blizzard. It was bad. Oh no, stay home if it's bad. Yes, be safe. Okay, so we're going to put our big sailboat on here. And then we're going to put the little sailboat on here. And we'll put one bird up there. And we'll put one bird up here. And then the last bird over there. And the sentiment. We'll just pop that in there like that. And offset this one just a bit. There we go. Now, we're going to attach this piece to the inside. You hate winter? I love winter. I don't like being cold. We went to the curling rink today to watch James. I froze the entire time I was there, and I had 4 layers on. Then we came home and had dinner, and then we went and watched Cameron at the swimming pool. And I thought, oh, good, I'm going to be warm at the swimming pool. No, it was even cold inside the swimming pool. Go figure. Now this, we're going to attach to the front of that. Now this is where, if you didn't want to put it on a full card, you could just put this piece on the back here, and that would be your card. It will stand up. It will, it will stand up by itself. See? I just like having mine on a full card. That's just me. I'm kind of funny that way. Some of them you can't. This one you can attach to a full card base. Just make sure you put it on the right way. All right, we'll line that up like that, like that. And there we have our card. Woohoo. Just have to put the bling on now. Come out west, no winter here. Oh, not yet. It went down to 2 degrees last night, so the cold is coming. Aw, thank you, Sandra. Okay, we're going to put a blue one right there. And I think I'm going to put a little blue one right here. And we'll put a gold one. And then let's use a white one and a little white one up there. Perfect. And ta-da! I told you it was going to take a little bit longer than it did last night. Not bad, 40 minutes to create that card. That's a bit of a fun fold, but not a hard fun fold. But holy macaroni, look at how beautiful that is when you get everything all lined up. Aw, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Thanks, Norma, Sandra, Connie, Mary. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. All right. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of Christmas cards that I received this week. And then I'll show you the card that I made today using the what's it called? True Blue Florals designer paper. All right, this one is from my friend Marg, who lives up island. Isn't that pretty? Marg is a wonderful card maker. And this one is from Krista from Powell River. That's one of our kits. I love this. Look at the gold on there. Oof. Thanks, Krista. And this one is from Jean. Jean Bishop, who used to live here, moved to live with one daughter and now is moved back to the Lower Mainland. Thank you, Jean. And this is from my friend Gloria and her hubby. They live here in town. This brings back memories. I love that die cut. Look at this one. Isn't this adorable? This is a fun fold. This is from Eddie. Eddie, who often watches me, sometimes comments, sometimes doesn't. Thank you, Eddie. Isn't that cute? And this one is from Marie. Thank you, Marie. I got your card and it is very pretty. Look at this. Look at the embossing. And I just read today that this this bundle is now sold out. And oops, don't want to show you that one. That's the card I made. This one is from Joan. Joan Donaldson Yarmy from Edmonton. She is an author. She writes young adult books. I love the paper. Can you see the shimmer on that paper? Ooh. Okay, so thank you for all those Christmas cards. I love getting cards. And are you ready for the grand unveiling? Here's the envelope. There we go. There's the card I made today using the True Blue Florals. This is product of the month, the designer paper. So when your order hits $100, you can choose this for $5 in Canada and $5 in the States. I think they're the same price. Who has got the designer paper this month? Did you get the True Blue Florals? I'm going to show you how to make this on the 29th. It's a fun fold. I'm not opening it to show you. I'm going to show you on the 29th. So who got that True Blue Floral? Do you want? I showed it last night. Do you guys want me to show it to you again? You still have a whole bunch of days. 2 weeks. You still got 2 weeks to order it. Rosemary, it's $75 order in the States. It's $100 order in Canada. Alice got it. Connie did not. Rosemary got it. Mary got it. Marie did not. Yes, something to look forward to on the 29th when I come back, and it'll be after Christmas because tonight is my last Facebook Live until the 29th of December. I will not be live next week. I still have stuff going up on Facebook for you and on my blog to keep you entertained. Rosemary is in California. Yes. Thanks, Rosemary, for letting me know what the American threshold is to get that gorgeous paper for free. Well, it's not free. It's $5. Much better than paying $17, I tell you. Oh, Diana thinks it's coming in her order, and Norma says she ordered it, but it's not here yet. Okay. Has anybody got any questions before I say goodnight? Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas season. Any questions? I'll just give you a couple of minutes. Don't forget my paper shares and embellishment shares are now open for registration. I should get that link and put it in the comments. Hang on, let me do that. Copy over here. Open that up. Chat. Put this in there in the chat. So there's the link for the paper and embellishment shares. Hi, Susie. All right. So thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. I will still have access to emails and Facebook messages and phone calls. Because the family's here, I'm just not going to be live, but I'll still be doing business stuff. I may be creating cards, but I'm not holding my breath. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you are celebrating this season. I hope you have a wonderful one. And thank you so much for joining me this year for my Facebook Lives and supporting my little business. If you have enjoyed my videos, I'd appreciate some emojis, hopefully good emojis. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smiles. Bye.